Hi, my name is Stephen Day, and I teach digital storytelling here at New West Charter School. We're going to go over learning goals. We're going to look back a little bit on semester one, as well as look ahead to semester two and go over some grading policies and different patterns that we see. Learning goals for students are to become artists, to become part of the creative process and learn how it can influence others and also change their own perspective on their own lives. So the process of becoming an artist has many different facets, and my goal is for students to not only see what those facets are, but really experience it for themselves and then share it with the community. Semester review. Well, last semester we did 3 different films. One had to do with what's called a one-shot with conflict. Then we developed our protagonists and ultimately into our third film, which featured a protagonist having a moment of truth. And in that third film, which you'll see a little bit of in the next slide or two, the protagonist has to make a decision. So we also looked at Latin films, Latinx films. We went to a film festival, and our highlights were that we took part in the VAPA Pandemic Collaboration Project, which you may have seen. We're very proud to have helped out by finding footage for the project. Here's an example of a film that one student did, Isabel Brennickmeyer, in our classes. I can't show the whole thing now, but you'll see it. It's going to be in the morning announcements. We're going to have a place where we can feature films. It's called Drake's Truth. You'll see how the protagonist is set up here.
Yeah, ooh, Drake.
And then the protagonist faces a little bit of an obstacle in which you can see their character.
By then, I really need you to give up singing and being famous and focus on a real career.
Ugh, seriously? Whatever, Mom. You can keep your stupid deadline. I'm gonna become famous, no matter what you say. Just watch.
And then the protagonist then gets tested, of course, is tempted by an agent, and that agent ends up asking a very high price, betrayal of friendship, and then, of course,
him and his wife, Tasha.
Wow, man. I really don't know what to say.
Hey, man, just let me know. Here's my card. The name's Mickey Snitch. I'm a big-time reporter, you know. If you give me the inside scoop, I can give you an interview on my show. You know, get your name out there.
And then, of course, that conflict within comes to a
Really
climax.
gonna tell him about Seth's parents? Yeah, Mira. I know it sounds bad, but this is my only chance to get famous and get my name out there. You know I don't have a lot of time. But this is just so wrong. Seth is your...
Then he has to decide and goes through a moment of truth before making that decision, and that's featured when the agent comes back.
I know,
and asks him,
Mira.
okay, are you going to betray your friend? Because I need the information.
Points.
So we're going to leave that to you to see what happens. And again, I encourage you to support these films. I appreciate it. This is a bit of a different kind of class. Before we get into some of the ways you can support it, I just wanted to go over a preview of the second semester. We're going to be entering a contest called Directing Change. Happy to report that last year, out of the 1,000 contest entries, 2 of our films made it into the top 10, got honorable mention. So we're super excited about this film contest. We look forward to some great entries this year as well. We're also going to look at 6 types of documentary films and some very interesting ways that we're going to use the breakout room for storytelling exercises. At the end of the year, we encourage you to invite your friends to come along to our 2nd annual Foskers presentation. It's part film festival and part Oscars awards ceremony. We look forward to seeing you there. Grading policy is similar to other departments. Do expect an hour or so work outside of a class per class, and sometimes that's more when you have a project or a film. Deductions of about 25% per day for late work. We are using extensively the sport periods to meet. Our sport periods are on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30. And we meet for projects. We also get answers for questions or projects, catching up on homework, that kind of thing. Very important. And everybody will have to come to a sport period at some point. Not every week, but we do have meetings, so I use the sport grades for meetings. Some commonalities we've seen is that students who use their cameras in class do better. They're more engaged and more involved in the process. So we really encourage you to put your cameras on, or to support your child in getting those cameras on. It's a very, very important part of the class. With regard to support, also, because we are in the middle of we have distance learning in our pandemic timing, we've got to really be resourceful with our different acting and actors. So if you get asked to hold a camera, we'd appreciate it if you can. Sometimes you're asked to be part of the film, and if you at all can, it's very great. It's awesome. It's great. It's useful. Very helpful for students, as you saw in the last film. Parents were involved. The student's sister got involved, and various student will play 2 roles. So a very creative process is happening, and it's great if you can assist in that in any way possible. Thank you so much for that. If you need to reach me, sday@newwestcharter.org. Anything from the office regarding technical issues would be aperez@newwestcharter.org. And don't forget to stick on and wait for the live Q&A in just a moment. Looking forward to seeing you there. Thanks again.